So in the first week, we took you through all the 20 question types in PTE. And in the second session, that is last week, we discussed read aloud and describe image. So some of you actually came and answered few questions in our platform as well. So for those students, they have got the feedback. And in today's session, we will be discussing repeat sentence and write from dictation. So let's start with repeat sentence. So repeat sentence is a very, very important question type which appears in the speaking section. It is an integrated task. So how many of you know about integrated task? What do you mean by integrated task? So this is something that we discussed in our first week. Yes, so integrated task, even though repeat sentence falls within the speaking section, you are listening to a sentence and then you are reproducing it, then you are speaking. So it contributes marks towards both speaking section and listening section. All right, and it contributes heavily towards both speaking and listening section. All right, so what is the task here? You listen to a sentence, there is almost a second's gap after that sentence, and you have to immediately start speaking whatever you have heard. So the task is quite simple, but this question type is somewhat tricky, at least for someone who has just started to prepare for PTE may find it difficult. So we'll discuss, what are the best practices and best strategies that you have to keep in mind to excel in repeat sentence. All right. So repeat sentence is an integrated task. It contributes significantly towards listening and speaking, carries high weightage, and many consider this question type to be difficult. So what are the best practices? So whenever you are in the speaking section, so this is something that we discussed in our previous week. Always, whenever you are doing any speaking component, keep in mind these 5 C's. You should be confident. Whatever you are saying, it should be clear enough. You should speak at the correct pace. You should also sound communicative. And throughout speaking section, you should stay calm and comfortable. Nowhere within speaking section, you should feel nervous. Nowhere you should hesitate to speak. So throughout speaking section, you should stay calm and comfortable. All these are minor things. You can easily practice and then, easily deliver all these sentences or speaking components if you just keep in mind these 5 C's. Now, with repeat sentence, you need to add 2 more C's. That is, one is concentration. You need to be attentive, and the other one is content. So how many of you recall 5 C's? I think some of you are new here. You can actually view our previous sessions recording. We have discussed all these 5 C's in detail. In PTE speaking, especially because it's graded by a computer, all your responses are graded by a computer. So you need to give computer clear, confident audios. So that should be your aim throughout PTE speaking section. So in case if you have any doubt regarding 5 C's, you can watch our previous session. So we'll share the link towards the end of the session. So far, is it clear to all of you? Please say yes. I would request all of you to actively participate. If you don't participate, you are not going to gain much from it. Especially we will have towards the end, we will have a lot of practices and you need to type in your responses. That's a must. All right, super. Okay, so what are the best practices? So especially when you're doing repeat sentence, it's always important, not just repeat sentence, whenever you are doing a listening component, whether it's repeat sentence, recall lecture, summarize spoken text or whatever, whenever you are doing a listening component, whenever you are attempting a component that needs that is related to listening, you always should have that intent to understand what the speaker is saying. Accept the fact that you will get lengthy or difficult sentences. Now, Pearson, what they do is they purposefully sometimes fit in lengthy sentences in between series of easier sentences. So it's completely fine even if you make mistakes. So just assure yourself that it's okay to make mistakes. Don't, even if you get a difficult, lengthy word, don't let that make you go out of your comfort zone. That's very, very, very important. Listen to the sentence carefully. Ignore or let go of words that you don't understand. Don't waste your time thinking hard. So the thing here is you get a sentence that is 5 to 6 seconds lengthy. Typically, okay, so you can get sentences that are like 3 to 4 seconds lengthy, or you can even get sentences that are 7 to 8 seconds lengthy. Now, so you're basically talking about these things in seconds, right? So it's very natural that a lot of you will miss words in between, and if you get difficult words in between, then it makes it even more harder. So whenever you get a difficult word in between, which you have not heard before, which you are not really able to make out, just let go of that word. If you don't do that, what happens is you will spoil the rest of the recording act. So if you are getting a lengthy sentence, for example, let's say 10 to 12 word lengthy sentence, and let's say the fifth word was a trickier word. Now, if you focus more on that trickier word, then you may miss out on the remaining portion of that particular sentence. It's very, very, very important that you let go of those words that you can't recall. Throughout speaking section, and particularly in repeat sentence, you need to be in a relaxed state. So what matters most is how you manage the situation. Make sure that you do not disrupt the flow of your speech. Now, this is very, very important in speaking section. A lot of people get 90 in speaking and even in listening as well. So don't think that they deliver everything 100% correct. They also make mistakes. But what they do is they don't let, even if they make a mistake, they don't show it to the computer that they have made a mistake. And how do you do that? You just deliver whatever you have heard confidently, and that's something that you need to practice. It does not come to you automatically. You need to practice a lot to get there. So is this clear to all of you? Yes, no? All right, super. So what are the best strategies? Listen to the sentence carefully. So your intent should be to understand the speaker. Listen to the sentence carefully. Try to create a mental image of what you hear. Try to visualize what the sentence is. So once you create a mental image of what you hear, it becomes even more easier for you to deliver it comfortably. Write down, this is another strategy that a lot of test takers have got 90 employed. That is, they write down the first few letters of all the words. Listen carefully, repeat it once along with the speaker. This is another strategy that you could try. That is, as and when you listen to the sentence, you also start speaking along with the speaker. So what happens in that process is you have at least delivered that sentence once. So right after that, you will be able to reproduce most of the words. That's the logic. Understand your strengths and weaknesses. So once you start practicing a lot, you will be able to identify the portion of the sentence that you usually miss, that you typically miss. Sometimes it will be the beginning of the sentence, sometimes it will be the middle portion, sometimes it will be the last few portions. So you need to understand that pattern. So for everyone, for each one of you, it will be different. It's a subjective thing. For some of you, it may be the beginning portion. For some of you, it may be the latter portion. So it's very important for you to identify what is that portion that you usually miss on. So if you identify that, all you have to do is to note down only those portions that you usually miss. So that way you don't have to worry too much about writing each and every word. You just focus on only those words that you typically miss. Is this clear to all of you? So these are different strategies. You don't have to employ all together. So these are strategies that typically test takers who get 90 employ, that they try to visualize the situation so that they can actually, even if they miss few words, they will still be able to comfortably deliver it. And that's a very, very effective strategy. This is something that I have seen only very few people are comfortable with. That is writing down first few letters of all the words. Listen carefully, repeat it once along with the speaker. This is something that is again effective. Again, noting down those portions that you usually miss is another technique that you can employ. Is this clear to all of you? Any questions, any doubt? Please feel free to ask questions. Very, very, very important. So I'm waiting for a few more yeses. So let me know. All right, super. So let's quickly get started. So this is something that I need, your participation. So I want to know how many of you are ready to actually deliver these. So we have more than 10 participants here. So I'll play one audio and I want some of you to actually listen to it and then respond to it. All of you can listen to it, but I want someone of you to actually volunteer and then deliver it. So let me know who wants to go first. So Raj, Shraddha, Manoj. Okay, so let me start with Raj. So Raj, what I'm going to do is I'm going to unmute you, and after that I will be playing this audio. All right, so here we go. So Raj, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Ambers.
All right, super. So here we go. I'm going to play the first audio. All right, so and
First
then
of all, let me inform you that it's raining heavily here, so bear with the background noise.
That's okay. It's fine. Yeah. So let me just play the first audio here. Here we go.
Elderly people can sometimes lose their connection to society.
Okay. Elderly people sometimes lose the connection with the society.
All right, super. Thank you so much, Raj.
Thank you.
Yeah. So all of you have heard how Raj has delivered it, right? So what was the sentence here? Elderly people can sometimes lose connection to the society. Now, Raj got most of the sentences, but in between there was a slight pause. So those pauses also you have to avoid, and it comes with practice. The more and more you do, you will be able to deliver it confidently and comfortably. So let me just play the second audio. Who would like to go for the second one? Participation is needed. If there is no participation, we will be just playing these audios and then we'll showing you the transcript. No one is going to benefit from that. So we have a lot of shy people this session. You should actually check out our previous sessions. We had like people fighting for fighting to actually respond. So yeah, so we have Dave. Let me just unmute Dave. So Dave, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, you can hear.
I can hear you. I can hear you, Dave. So here we go.
An increase in population will result in fewer resources.
An increase in population will result in fewer resources.
All right, super. Thank you. Okay, so Dave here is a speaker. Have already got 90 in his speaking section. So, we have seen how we have delivered it, right? So now these are all short sentences. This is just a warm up. So I just want someone of you who have not actually taken the actual exam to respond to this. So what I will do is I will just play this audio. Let me see if any of you can type it out. Okay, so here we go.
Sometimes ads promote a brand rather than a particular product.
Good, Dave. So sometimes ads promote a brand rather than a particular product. What's the sentence? Let me play the next audio. So whoever is not willing to speak, you can type your response. So that way it's going to be a practice for your write from dictation as well.
Usually, but not always, reviews provide an unbiased source of information.
So Raj, yeah. So Manoj, yeah, I know you can listen to the next audio. So I think some of you were able to actually listen to it completely. So they've got it almost completely correct. Usually, but not always, reviews provide an unbiased source of information. So Raj, yeah, there was some mismatch. So I will show you all the transcripts right after this audio. So here we go. So listen to this carefully.
Please come to the next seminar properly prepared.
Please come to the next seminar properly prepared. All right, so that's it. So these are the transcripts. So some of you got it absolutely correct. But again, understand that we are doing repeat sentence here. So in repeat sentence, you have to actually speak. Okay, so you will be able to type it. So that is what I can see now. A lot of you are comfortable typing, but this is again exactly the same problem that you're going to face in the actual test center. Because in the actual test center, there will be people sitting next to you. They will be doing speaking simultaneously. And I have seen even very good students fumble in that situation. So if you have to overcome such problems, you need to actively participate in such sessions where you get out of your comfort zone and then start speaking. That's very, very, very important. If you don't do it right now, things will become even more harder. All right. So yeah, again, Shraddha. So you have to follow the writing convention. So when you write, especially if you treat this as a write from dictation question, you have to properly follow the conventions, writing convention. So you cannot write please as PLZ. You have to write the complete word. All right. So so I have few repeat sentence audios here, but I would like to know how many of you will actually participate in this, as in how many of you will be able to deliver. So please say yes if you are okay to deliver. So Raj is there. Okay. So I need at least 5 participants to conduct this. Okay. So Dev. Okay. So Nitin is from Fountainhead Prep, so that is not counted. Manoj, yes. Nitin, could you please help Golalai Hashimi because he has raised his hand? You can maybe just message him once. So we have Mohammed, we have Mukesh, we have Nandakumar, Shraddha, Vinay. We need active participation, guys. It's a speaking session, and if you don't speak, very hard. Okay, so what I will do is I will just, so I had 10 audios, so maybe we'll just, content ourselves with maybe just 5 audios. So we'll, take help from Raj, Dave, and Manoj. All right, so let me start with Manoj. Manoj, I'm going to unmute you. Okay, so Manoj, I'm going to unmute you. That's not fair, Dave, because if I choose people and then if they don't want to respond, then that's not going to be a good thing. Okay, so Manoj, let me just. Manoj, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, I'm done.
Hey Manoj, so hi. I'm going to play this audio, so you will listen to it, and whatever you have heard, just deliver that confidently. All right?
Okay.
All right, so here we go.
The more active your listeners are, the more likely they are to enjoy and remember the talk.
The more active your listeners are, more likely they are to enjoy the session.
Super, good, thank you. Now, did Manoj deliver it exactly as it is? How many of you think Manoj delivered it exactly as it is? Did he miss any words? You think so? Yeah, so Manoj basically forgot the last part, but the good thing about his response was that he was calm and comfortable throughout when he was delivering it. All right, so let me just show you the transcript. And that's what is more important. He was confident, right? So you just deliver whatever he can just deliver whatever he has delivered, and then just click on next. That's it. Chances are very high that none of his speaking score or listening score will be affected. Is it clear, Manoj? All right, super. So let me choose. Okay, so we have Mohammed Muzammil Basha. So let me just see if Mohammed. Okay, so Mohammed, I am going to unmute you.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, hi, Mohammed. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And how are you?
I'm good, thank you so much. So I'm going to play the next audio. All right, so you will follow the same process.
Okay.
So right after the audio ends, you have to start speaking. Okay, so here we go.
Okay.
Don't forget to check your referencing and citations.
Don't forget your references and citations.
Thank you so much, Mohammed. Okay, so again, how was this response? Mohammed, you can also join the conversation. Yeah, miss some words. More than missing words, pause, needs more confidence. Yes. So it's the point here that I'm trying to convey here is that it's okay to miss words, okay? But even after missing words, if you deliver it confidently, chances are very high that your speaking score and listening score will not be affected. Is this clear, Mohammed? So that slight hesitation that you had in between, that you have to come out of that zone, and that comes with practice. Okay, why these are very important? These are small things. Why these are very important? Because it's graded by a computer. All your responses, all your audios are graded by a computer, and these pauses, unwanted pauses in your response is not something that a computer likes. So it will deduct marks whenever it sees some pauses like that. So is it clear, Mohammed? So let me just show you the transcript as well. Don't forget to check your referencing and citation. So whatever you hear, just deliver that confidently. Let's look at who was Raj. Okay, so Raj, I'm going to unmute you. Hey Raj, so here we go.
I'm talking about moving towards a more customer-directed approach across the board.
Talking about the more customer-directed approach across the board.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. So what happened here? So what happened, Mohammed? What happened, Raj? This was tough. Okay, so follow the best practices. Always whenever you're listening to the sentence, try to have that intent to understand what the speaker is saying. That's something that you should have. So once you have that, things will become much more easier for you. Okay, so Raj, the main point that you all need to consider here, understand here, is that Raj fumbled, and he also agreed with that fact. And that is a strict no whenever you are doing a repeat sentence question. Okay, so whatever you have heard, for example, let's say you're listening to a 14-word lengthy sentence. It's okay even if you miss 4 words, but don't disrupt the flow of your speech. So in Raj's response, there were multiple disruptions. He was trying to correct the mistake. So don't go back and correct the mistake. Mistakes are acceptable. Okay, so even if you make a mistake, just let it go. Just go with the flow. Don't try to correct it. It's very, very, very important. Is it clear, Raj and others? Is it so? What is it? Shraddha, could you please explain? Could you please elaborate? So I'm talking about moving towards a more customer directed approach across the board. Now, this was a slightly lengthy sentence, I agree. Now, even after getting this lengthy sentence, let's say you missed few words in between. So I'm talking about, let's say you forgot moving towards. Let's say you also forgot across the board. Okay, so I'm just trying to explain the worst situation here. So let's say a student missed both moving towards and across the board. Still, he or she will be able to get maximum points if he or she does not hesitate in between. So I'm talking about a more customer directed approach. If you just say this much confidently without a break, without any unwanted pauses, chances are high that you may not lose many points here. But if you hesitate to speak, it will impact very badly. Is it clear to all of you? All right, so super. So here we go. Let me just play the next audio. Who was our other participant? Dave, right? Okay. Let me unmute. Dave, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. So let's listen to this. This is going to be a slightly lengthy sentence, but keep in mind those basic rules. Okay, so here we go.
It's easier to spot mistakes if you've had a bit of a break from looking at the paper.
It's easier to spot the mistake, but to look at the papers.
Okay. So again, yeah. So thank you so much, Dave. So again, here also he missed words, but he was able to deliver confidently. In between there were breaks, which is not really acceptable. But this is what you should do. So whatever you are able to capture, whatever you heard at that particular point, you should deliver that confidently. You should not hold back, or you should not think that I'm going to make a mistake. Keep on assuring yourself that you're doing it the right way. Only then you will be able to handle such situations. Okay, so it's easier to spot mistakes if you have had a bit of break from looking at the paper. Was the sentence. Now again, if you have had a bit of break, so these are things that might make it a bit more complicated. So keep it simple. If you kind of make a mental image of what you've heard, then you will be able to even deliver it comfortably. So it's easier to spot mistakes if you look away from the paper, and that's what Dave was doing. So that's something that you have to practice and learn. All right, so who would like to go for the next one? So we had QSS there. I don't remember who was the other one. Mohammed, would you like to go for another one? All right, super. So I'm going to unmute Mohammed. All right, Mohammed, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to play the audio here. So here we go. So whatever you have heard, speak confidently. All right?
Yes.
So here we go.
Use visuals carefully to exemplify, clarify, or structure your explanations.
He usually used to exemplify, structure it, and then write it.
Almost good. All right, so this was a better situation to be in, as in this was much better response than your previous response, Mohammed. At least, you did not wait long here, and you missed words, but still you were able to deliver somewhat confidently. Now you need to polish this, but still this was better than your previous response. Okay, for a computer. So use visuals carefully to exemplify, clarify, or structure your explanations of the sentence. All right. So is this clear to all of you? All right. So what we will do is we will skip the next 5 questions and then go to write from dictation. We will discuss the best strategies and practices that you need to keep in mind for write from dictation. All right. After that, you will be able to type in your response. So let's see. So write from dictation is a question that you get within the listening section, but don't think that it only contributes to your listening score. It also contributes towards your writing score, and that too heavily. So write from dictation usually appears towards the end of listening section. So what is write from dictation? You get a sentence and you have to type it exactly as you hear it. So these sentences again could be short, medium, or lengthy. So whatever you have heard, you have to type it. So similar to repeat sentence, in repeat sentence you are speaking, in write from dictation you are typing it down. It's an integrated task, contributes significantly towards listening and writing, carries very, very high weightage. So even if you miss one write from dictation question, then forget about getting 79 plus both in listening and in writing. So it's that important. Now in write from dictation is slightly, you have to follow a slightly different approach. It's okay to make mistakes in words, in content, in repeat sentence, because what matters there is the flow of your speech. But in write from dictation, mistakes are not acceptable. All right, so you need to focus on getting the right words here. So again, the best practices would be to listen with an intent to understand what the speaker is saying. Give importance to the number of words that you can write down. Here, the number of words matters. Listen carefully. Ignore words that you don't understand. Okay, don't let a difficult word come in the way of writing down other words. Now, this is, I mean, a lot of you will face this situation. Once you start practicing also, you will see that, these situations keep on, happening again and again. So you need to understand how to tackle those situations. Okay, let me just play this audio and let me see how many of you are able to type it down. All right. So I'm going to play this audio. All of you will type this, whatever you have heard. All right. So let's see.
Did he go willingly, or was he coerced into taking part in the expedition?
So I'm waiting for a few more responses. Mohammed, Shraddha. Okay, no problem. Okay, so let me just show you the transcript here. So did he go willingly or was he coerced into taking part in the expedition? So this was the sentence. Okay, so this is basically a question. So that is where you end the sentence with a question mark, and I don't see any of you following that convention. Always remember that whenever you are doing write from dictation, you are doing a writing component and you have to follow the standard conventions, standard writing conventions. Okay, so let me see. So Dev, Lakshmi, you almost got it correct. Only thing is you did not put a question mark towards the end. Now, Raj, did it go willing or so? What was the difficult word here? So which of coerced, right? Yeah. So what happens with a lot of students is that when they hear this word, they focus, they invest a lot of energy into understanding this word. Now, in that process, what happens is you may miss out the rest of the sentence. Okay, so I could see, some of you missing, even the simple words like taking part in the. So most of you got expedition because it's a different, it's a unique word there. So don't let such difficult words come in the way of writing down other words, because word count matters here. Give importance to the number of words. That's very, very important. So if you just miss coerced, it's completely fine. You're only missing one word. But don't let this word come into the way of noting down other words. All right, so that's something that you have to keep in mind when you practice also. This is something that you should do. Always end the sentence with a full stop and a question mark if it's a question. Okay, so follow the standard writing convention. It's very, very, very important. Is it clear to all of you? All right, super. So again, best strategies: listen with an intent to understand, listen carefully, frame a mental image of what you hear. Write down the first few letters of all the words. This is another strategy that you could employ. Listen carefully, repeat it once along with the speaker. So same strategy that you employed for repeat sentence, you could apply here as well. But here, you have to give a bit more accuracy to the number of words that you get. Same, understand your strengths and weaknesses. Identify the portion of the sentence that you usually miss. So once you practice, let's say 50, 60 repeat sentences, you will understand that, oh, this is it's usually the latter portion that they usually miss. So let me just note down only that latter part. Or for some of you, it may be the beginning part. So just note down that beginning part. All right. So these are simple things that you could, practice, and then, really get a hold of these. You can really get hold of repeat sentence and write dictation by employing these strategies, but you need to practice a lot. That's very, very, very important. And one more thing that I would like to tell you is that, do not, go too much into that exam zone. Once you take things too seriously, things may not work out for you. So when you're practicing, at least what you could do is you can kind of treat this as a game, as in, okay, let me see how many words I can reproduce. Let me see how many words I can correctly deliver. So if you're not able to deliver, it's completely fine. So every time you kind of try to improve yourself that way. That's very, very, very important to listen back to your responses and see what was missing. Okay, so you need to do that self-correction as well. So is it clear to all of you? If it's clear, we will go to can you explain about the comma, please? Okay, so I didn't explain anything about comma here. So the simple reason being, punctuation matters, but in write from dictation, don't worry too much about it. So first thing that you have to worry about is getting the number of words correct. If you're getting almost all words correct, chances are high that none of your points will be deducted for not putting a comma. Okay, so once you get there, then you can actually think about putting commas. And even for commas also, don't be too finicky about grammar. Don't be too finicky about grammar. I'm not saying that comma can be ignored. What I'm trying to say here is you can keep those things towards the end. Okay, once you have got all the words correct. And again, for comma, all you need to do is just read the sentence aloud and see, where there is a pause. You can just, put that punctuation, appropriate punctuation. You should not worry too much about comma. That's what I meant, Raj. Okay, so just because you miss out a comma, points will not be deducted that way. Again, understand that here also mistakes are acceptable. So people who get 19 writing and listening, don't think that their right from dictation is 100% correct. They also make mistakes. So some mistakes are acceptable. It's just that, it's a cumulative thing. That is, your responses in other questions also matter. All right. So let's see. Yeah, something that we've discussed. So let's quickly do some short sentences and see how many of you are able to actually get these correct. Yes, so that's a good point, Nitin. Thank you for reminding that. So you always start a sentence with a capital letter and end with a full stop. If it's a question, make sure that you put that question mark. So here we go. The first audio, or let me just straight away go to, because we have done some warm up for write some dictation. These are short sentences. I want you to actually look at some of these. Here we go. So all of you can respond. So right now I am not opening any mic. So all of you can participate. So here we go.
How big everything looks is astonishing, but it's also amazingly intricate.
Okay, so let me just show you the transcript here. So how big everything looks is astonishing, but it's also amazingly intricate. Okay, so if I look at, okay, so Raj, you missed out. Golalai, you missed out. Dave, so how big it looks is astonishing, but it is also amazingly intricate. So this is a very, very good response. So Dave's response is really good here. The only thing that he missed here is instead of everything, he wrote it. And this is what you also should do. So even if you're missing one word, you can just replace it with another. If it's just one word, it's completely fine. Your intent should be to get each and every word correct, but if such situation can always happen. So Manoj, how big everything looks is astonishing, but also amazingly intricate. So this is also a very good response. It's just that Manoj, you missed it. How big everything looks Spanish, but also it's so amazing. Yeah, so here, Jyoti, you have missed. How many words you have missed? Can you count the number of words that you have missed? So is astonishing. It's amazingly intricate. So you missed 5 words. So you basically, when you do the next one, I want all of you to count the number of words that you have missed. Make it a habit to understand the number of words that you're missing, because it's the number of words that matters the most here. All right, so is it clear to all of you? Manoj missed 1 word. Dave also missed 1 word. So that's very good actually. So if you're missing just 2 to 3 words, you're still in safe zone. But more than 3 words, then you'll have to start worrying. All right, so let's look at the next one. So here we go.
They found evidence of a writing system which dates back thousands of years. Okay, so I'm waiting for a few more responses. Okay, so let me show you the transcript and you tell me how many words you have missed, each one of you have missed. So they found evidence of a writing system which dates back thousands of years. So count the number of words that you have missed. Manoj. Okay, so Manoj got it almost 100% correct. Good job, Manoj. Yeah, so you missed 1 word, Dave. Yeah, I saw that. Raj, 5 words. Okay. So that's, yeah, so that is where you have to, figure out what went wrong, so that you can actually correct yourself. Also considered as 1 word. Yes, that's correct, Raj.
I, everything is one word. All right, so let's look at the next one. So here we go.
Residents fear that they will be forced to relocate to the outskirts in poorer areas.
All right, so let me just show you the transcript here. So residents fear that they will be forced to relocate to the outskirts in poorer areas. So please count the number of words that you got incorrect. Okay, so Manoj, you missed only 2 words. Lakshmi interchanged poor instead of poorer. Fine. Raj, too many, can't say. Okay, again, it comes with practice, Raj. So, it's not that you will get it all in one shot. So some of you, I can see that, for example, I know Dave has been practicing for a while. So you have to, gain these skills. It's not, so the more and more you practice, you will get there. It's just, again, after doing a set of, let's say, 8 to 10 questions, come back and review your responses. See the number of words that you have missed. Every time you do that, you will see the accuracy keeps on improving. And again, try to visualize the sentence. That's a great strategy, actually. All right, so let me play the next audio. So here we go.
We've decided to ask you to write 4 shorter pieces of written coursework this year.
All right, so let's see. Let me just show you the transcript. So here we go. So let's see how many words you missed. Dave, you missed only 2 words. Manoj, 4 incorrect. How about others? Raj, Golalai, Shoaib, 7 words. Okay. So now if you look at the sentence here, the sentence as such is not very difficult, right? So again, for write from dictation, you have to focus on each and every word. Importance should be given to the number of words. Okay. So try to restrict the errors within 3-4, not more than that, especially for lengthy sentences. Okay. I'm talking about if you're getting such a lengthy sentence, then 3 to 4 mistakes are okay. But more than that, you should start worrying. Apart from practice, is there any techniques, please? Again, so Raj, we discussed some of the strategies that test takers who get 90 have employed. That is, listen to the sentence. So when you listen to the sentence, so this is almost all the sentences that you get have some academic context to it. Okay, so you need to kind of frame a mental image as and when you hear these sentences. Okay, so this is what it is about. So once you have that idea, you can actually expect what the next word is. So even if you miss few words in between, you will be able to predict what that particular word was. For example, you won't be able to predict 4. If you miss 4, you won't be able to predict that. But write shorter pieces of written coursework. So write is something that you will be able to predict even if you miss it. Shorter pieces of written coursework. So such things will gradually happen as and when you practice. Again, it's about you to understand which strategy works best for you. So do you think writing down few letters of the words, each of these words will work out for you? then you have to employ that strategy. All right, Raj. So what I was trying to say is we discussed some of the strategies that you could employ. Okay. So one is forming a mental image. The other one is writing down few letters of for each of the words. Or the third strategy would be to figure out which is that part that you usually miss. Is it the latter part? Is it the beginning, or is it the middle portion that you usually miss? Again, it comes with a lot of practice. You have to understand what portion is that you usually miss. So only make note of that portion. So typically, for many, it will be the beginning portion, because latter part is something that you've heard towards the end, so they will be able to recall it faster. So such strategies, again, it comes with practice and understanding what works best for you. So if you practice in our platform and then apply for evaluation, we will be able to give you a customized approach that you could follow. So there is no universal approach that works for everyone. Okay, so which is why we have listed of 3-4 strategies that you could use. Okay, so Dave, for example, look at Dave. So Dave, what he does is he writes on paper the first alphabet of the sentence. Now again, that's a strategy that would work for many, but it may not work for you. Again, comes with practice, and identify what is that technique that works best for you. So let's look at the next one. So are you ready? So we will just discuss this last write from dictation. All right, so here we go.
We're also going to be more prescriptive about what you focus on in your presentation.
So I'm waiting for a few more responses. Okay, so let me show you the transcript. we are also going to be more prescriptive about what you focus on in your presentation. Okay, so we can see Manoj got it 100% correct. Good job, Manoj. So others, could you please? Okay, so they've missed 2 words. How about Shraddha? So Shraddha, one thing that you have to keep in mind, follow the convention. Start the sentence with a capital and end with a full stop. Keep in mind that it's a computer that's going to grade your responses. So these small things matters a lot. How about Raj, Kolalai? Seven again. It's okay, Raj. So, the more you practice, you just need to get into that zone. Treat, as I said, kind of view this as a game where you each and every time you kind of improve and then get more words correct. All right. So what we will do now is, so we have seen both repeat sentence and write from dictation, right? So I want to hear it from you guys that which one is easy, repeat sentence or write from dictation? So based on whatever we have discussed so far. Now RS is easy, is it? Why? Why do you think RS is easy? Comparatively, yes. Yeah, why? Why do you think RS is easy? Compared to WFD. See, in repeat sentence, you need to keep things simple. Mistakes in words are acceptable. What matters is the flow of your speech. Okay, so you need to give attention to flow of your speech in repeat sentence. So I won't say one is easier than the other because you have challenges, in each of these question types. So flow of your speech is what matters. In WFD, number of words matters. Yeah. So again, for someone to say that RS is easy, you have to practice a lot and get there. Okay, you have to let go of your inhibition, your hesitation. Only then you will find RS to be easy. Okay, so you need to practice a lot of RS. Even if you miss word, it's okay. Just don't show it to the computer that you have stopped unwanted pauses. Avoid unwanted pauses. Those things, if you do, chances are very high that your speaking score and listening score will not be affected with RS. Okay, and then the other thing is other challenge here in repeat sentences, you need to give almost an instant response. Okay, so you cannot correct your mistakes yet, and you shouldn't correct your mistakes in repeat sentence. Whereas in write from dictation, you get some time to correct. It's not individually timed, so you get enough time to correct your mistakes. But I also understand that write from dictation question appears towards the end of listening section, and it has happened with many very good students also that they may miss the last 1 or 2 write from dictation question, and that will impact your score very, very badly. So that's something that you have to keep in mind. Even though write from dictation question is not individually timed, the listening section whole has a timer. So if you don't pace your listening section properly, you may not reach towards the last question. So that's a problem. Is this clear to all of you? How long we have to allocate for WFD? So I will just briefly tell you the listening, how exactly listening section is going to be. So listening section, you will get a couple of summarized spoken text questions. So this particular question is individually timed. You will get 10 minutes for each. So you may get 1 or 2 such questions. Not 1 or 2, sorry, my bad. You may get 2 to 3 such questions. Now, after this section is over, you will have about, let's say, 18 questions in total, including 3 or 4 right from dictation. So together for these 18 questions in listening section, you will be given a timer of 25 minutes. And understand that this 25 minutes is inclusive of the audio length. So that means when the audio is playing for each of these multiple choice, single answer, multiple answer, highlight incorrect, highlight correct summary. So all that audio timer is also included in this 25 minutes. This means that especially for multiple choice single answer questions, right after the audio ends, you need to narrow down to the correct answer. You cannot spend a lot of time in multiple choice single answer questions or multiple answer questions that carries that does not carry a lot of weightage. So once you do that, then you will get enough time for WFDs. Okay, so what matters here is how much time you are allocating for other question types. That will determine how much time you will get for WFD. Is this clear, Raj? Right from dictation question, usually you will see again, yeah. So let's say you have 4 questions, okay? And if you're someone who has practiced a lot, then for 4 questions, 4 minutes is more than sufficient. That is 1 minute per question is more than sufficient. You actually don't require even 1 minute for one right from dictation if you have practiced a lot, because you will be getting a mix of short, medium, and lengthy sentence. Okay, so for 4 questions, you can roughly say if you have 4 minutes, you are you won't miss out. Forgot on this fast sentence. Okay, so fast sentence, Dave, could you please explain? Could you please elaborate? So out of these 4 sentences, if you are not so lucky, you may get sentence, and this does not happen all the time, okay? So sometimes, you will get a sentence that is like super fast. Okay, so you need to be prepared for all of those. So, I mean, again, it's about training yourself for the test day. So you need to understand that you may get lengthy or even faster sentences. So you have to focus a lot more, especially towards the end of listening section, because it's a 3-hour exam, and towards the end of the test you will be really tired. So, but make sure that towards the end, that is for these 3-4 questions that appears towards the end of listening section, you are like really attentive, because that's where a lot of points, that's where you get a lot of points, especially for writing section and listening section. So You cannot afford to make a mistake there. So is this clear, Dev and Raj? All right, so I think, do you have any questions in RS and WFD? You need to keep on practicing, okay? So if you have access to our platform, you will be able to practice a lot. We have arranged exams, we have specific exams for repeat sentence and write from dictation. So you can start from practicing from short sentences and then move on to medium long sentences. Oh, let me just show you. Let me just utilize this time to show this to you. Okay, so if you go to speaking section, so once you log in, I'm already logged into the system. So once you log in, if you go to exam section, you will see these 5 tabs. So within speaking section, if you scroll down, you will see a lot of repeat sentence exam. So we have also categorized these repeat sentence exam into short, medium, and long. So you can see short sentences here. So start with these short sentences, and then once you gain enough confidence, move on to medium sentences, medium lengthy sentences, and then practice longer sentences. So that way you will be gaining confidence you will be progressing in a perfect way. So some of you who found RS to be challenging, this is something that you could really follow. So if you have purchased any of our offers, you will get access to all these exams that you have. All right, so let me also share a few important links here. So if you have any doubts, please feel free to reach out. You can always WhatsApp us at this number or write an email to team@fountainheadprep.com. So if you have no more questions, we will wind up the session. So let me know if you have any questions. Thank you, Raj, for being an active participant. Thank you, Dave. So our next week session will be at 7:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So you can refer to the timetable here to see what our next session is going to be. So make sure that you bookmark this link. All right, guys, then. So see you next week. Happy learning. Keep on practicing.